Ada was born into nothingness. No mother, no father, no name anyone cared to remember. She slept under broken market stalls, begged for food, and wore torn clothes that barely covered her fragile body. The villagers called her the street shadow, a girl who existed but was never seen. Every night she would whisper to herself, "One day, I will not suffer like this." Years passed. Ada grew into a strong, beautiful young woman with fierce determination. She worked as a cleaner, then a helper, then a trader. She saved every coin, endured every insult, and slowly built a small business. From selling sachet water, to running a provision shop, to owning multiple stores. Soon, the same people who ignored her began to greet her. "Madam Ada, good morning." She became wealthy, influential, respected, but deep inside, she was still lonely. One day, she met a young man named Emeka. He was poor, but handsome, kind, and full of dreams. Ada saw herself in him. She fed him, clothed him, gave him money, and eventually helped him start a business. Love grew. She believed, "Finally, someone sees me." Months later, Emeka said, "Come and meet my family." Ada went with excitement, carrying gifts. But the moment she stepped into the house, his sister laughed. "This is the woman? This local village woman?" His mother looked at her with cold eyes. "Where is your family?" Ada lowered her head. I grew up alone. I don't have parents." The room went silent, then turned cruel. "So you're nobody." They mocked her, insulted her, and finally, they chased her out. Emeka said nothing. He just stood there and watched. Heartbroken, Ada returned home. Days later, Emeka disappeared to the city. He found another woman, rich, flashy, and acceptable. Ada waited, cried, hoped, until one day, she discovered she was pregnant. With hope in her heart, she went back to Emeka's house. Maybe, just maybe, things would change. But it was worse this time. "You came back again?" his sister shouted. His mother sneered. "Get out! We don't want you or your bastard child." They pushed her, threw her out. Ada fell to the ground, holding her stomach, tears streaming down her face. As she lay there in pain, some villagers came to her aid. They lifted her, fed her, protected her. For the first time in her life, strangers became her family. Ada gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and something inside her changed. She decided, "No one around me will suffer again." Years passed. Ada used her wealth to transform the village. She built schools, provided food, helped widows, empowered the youth. She became a symbol of hope. Even the king admired her deeply. "You are not just a woman," he told her. "You are a blessing to this land." People began to call her the queen without a crown. One day, Ada traveled to the city for business. On her way back, a car blocked her path. A man stepped out. It was Emeka. But he was no longer the man she knew. Bitter, angry, broken. "You left me behind. Now you shine?" Before she could speak, gunshot. Ada fell, blood everywhere. In the hospital, struggling to breathe, she whispered, "Take care of my son. Don't let him suffer, like I did." The villagers cried. The king stood silently. Doctors fought to save her. Days later, tragedy struck Emeka's family. Mysterious sickness, accidents, loss, one by one. They all died. The same people who mocked Ada vanished. As Ada recovered, a shocking truth emerged. An elderly couple came forward. They had been searching for their lost daughter for years, through a mark, a memory, a hidden truth. Ada discovered they were her real parents. She was never alone. She was never abandoned. She was lost. Ada stood before the village, holding her child, reunited with her parents. Tears filled her eyes. "I suffered. I was rejected. I was broken. But today, I stand whole." The king placed a crown on her head, not just as a ruler, but as a symbol of strength, survival, and grace. Sometimes life will break you, reject you, and make you feel like nothing. But if you endure, one day you will rise so high, even those who hurt you will become a forgotten shadow.
Faith in God is stronger than any darkness. As you watch and share, may God bless you and your family.